everyone. Today I'm here with two of our past graduates, Heather Feetham and James Cowley, and they are going to tell us a little bit about the undergraduate degrees that they completed here while they were at the Waite. So Heather, maybe you can start.
So I did agricultural science, as did James.
And I did agricultural science as well.
And you're both graduating this year?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Excellent, that's great. And I hear that both of you have been lucky enough to secure an honours placement in labs on the campus. So James, maybe you can tell us a little bit about how your honours project came about.
So I was doing work experience at the lab where I'm working at, which is called Plant Cell Walls, in first year. Then in second year I was working as a casual lab technician for the lab. Then that finished and eventually it came time to graduate from the undergrad, and my boss, or now my honours coordinator or honours supervisor, contacted me and asked whether I'd be interested in taking a project.
Fantastic. So making contacts early in your degree really
Absolutely,
helped.
absolutely, yeah.
And how about you, Heather?
Well, during my undergrad I approached Ian Newberg I showed some interest in going to Nepal because he's very associated with some work in Nepal. And unfortunately the opportunity didn't come about, but he obviously remembered that I was interested and he knew my interest in development in international agriculture. And so he actually approached me at the end of my undergrad degree and suggested an honours project, which was fantastic, and now that's what I'm doing. He's my supervisor.
Fantastic. So again, who you know really
Very much.
plays an important part.
Very much, yeah.
Yeah. So now that you're both doing quite different projects, I imagine, in terms of your honours thing, but you did the same undergraduate degree, I'm sure different parts of the degree were really instrumental in affecting your choice as to where you wanted to continue your studies. So James, what subjects or courses that you did during your degree really played a crucial role in helping you make this decision?
For me, the two subjects that were really important to help me decide to continue doing research were the third year courses plant breeding and plant biotechnology. They were both really good practical experiences of learning what it's like to conduct research and what the steps are. Particularly in plant biotech. Plant biotech had a 30% assignment that involved all steps of doing a research project, like making a proposal and running seminars and responding to criticism. And I really do think that was probably the most important assignment I did throughout my undergrad. And I also think the second year subjects, while they weren't so excellent at the time, genes and inheritance and animal and plant biochemistry, they ended up, the knowledge that I learned in those subjects ended up being completely instrumental to the plant breeding and plant biotech courses.
Really.
Completely, really important.
Right. And Heather, I'm gathering you agree with James on those ones, yeah?
Yeah, I do agree. Even though I went into a different pathway,
Yep.
there was still invaluable subjects to take for even just a general knowledge. Going to a research field, even though mine isn't biochemistry based, it's still very important background knowledge to have. And for my honours, my two subjects that really helped me were professional skills. I'm sure James can agree with me that it encourages you to actually go out and pursue work opportunities that you wouldn't maybe normally do.
Right.
Which can seem daunting when you're told you have to do it, but once you get out there, it was honestly the most valuable thing I did. And also agricultural resource management in third year really directed me onto my path I'm doing now in honours with the essay that we had to do. So they were both really important.
Fantastic.
But like I said, all subjects really, including biochem and genes, were fundamental to your general knowledge when you come out as a graduate.
Yeah. So I get the feeling that they do kind of build on each other from second year into third year in
Very
particular.
much so.
Giving you a grounding and then going on to subjects which are a bit more specialised, which I guess is the idea of a degree. But it highlights the importance of those second year grounding subjects, I guess.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And no matter how specialised you go with the subjects, you need to have that fundamental foundation to build from. And the first year and second year courses were so important to moving on to the third year courses, which are inherently quite difficult and specialised, and you need that foundation knowledge to be able to go and then finish that, and then finish your undergrad.
Yeah. So you've now been on the wait for 3 years, going on into your 3 years go. This is going into your third year, isn't it?
No, this is our fourth
Oh,
year.
this is your fourth
Yeah.
year. Yeah, of course, because you do ag systems here.
Yeah.
So you've had a really nice taste of the wait and what it's like to study here and now effectively work here. What's the best thing about being on the Wait campus, Heather?
Well, it's a beautiful campus just to look at to start with. It's a nice place to come every morning. With undergrad, I think two of the most important things were, one, being with a cohort on the campus. You get to know everyone, you're with the same people throughout your degree, and you develop really good friendships and networks for the future, really. Also, you're in close proximity and you work closely and you get to know lots of academics on campus, people who are well-renowned, some professors here and everything like that. So you get to make some amazing contacts, and it's just invaluable when you get out as a graduate to have these people you know and are familiar with through being here.
Yeah. And James, same story for you?
I think so, yeah. I think studying an agricultural based degree, studying at a campus that's really agricultural and science based, was really helpful because you're sort of in and around it and learning what people are doing, and you can speak to the people around the campus and learning about their research, and you really get to experience it all. And it's quite personal studying at the Wait, because you get to know people and you recognise people, and I think that's really good, really helpful.
Yeah, everyone's pretty accessible.
Yes.
I think you're on a working campus. You're not stuck away like at a school where everything's theoretical. You're actually in amongst people doing their job, which is what you want to do. Also the facilities as well, of course, being a specialised campus. There's no shortage of every facility you really need to do any kind of research in the agricultural field. So, yeah,
Cool.
fantastic.
Well, thank you both so much for your time today, and all the best for your honours year. We might try and catch up with you at the end of the year and see how you both fared, and whether you've gone on to decide to do a PhD or gone out and got a fabulous job. So thank you so much.
You're very
Pleasure.
welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks.